Today I'm making recycled paper out of old shredded up pieces of paper to make a custom gift tag that can double as a bookmark. And this is relatively easy, it's more just time consuming, but it's also messy. So I have a layer of towels down and then a sheet and then another towel and then another sheet. You're gonna need some kind of strainer thing with a really fine screen like this and then some sort of bucket with water. So step one, you shred up the paper and then you let it soak in water at least overnight, and then you blend up all of the wet, soggy paper, and then you have your paper pulp. First time I tried this was a couple years ago, and it looked a little different than it does now, but after some fine tuning, I feel like this process really works well for me. I find it easiest to put the paper pulp right in the strainer before putting it in the water, and then when you put it in the water, just swirling it up, and then letting it settle from there. I think the longer you let it drain, the better and easier it'll transfer onto the table. I've also found using pillowcases to push the excess water out is the easiest way and keeps the paper smooth and doesn't make it tear. I think I read somewhere that transferring it onto the sheet would be the best method, but honestly, I can't remember. It was so long ago. And if you're wondering why I'm making circular paper, it's because it's the only strainer thing I have and I like to make do with what I got. Plus, any scraps I end up having, I can just soak again and reblend up. And that being said, I did want to show you that if you do go to transfer and for some reason you rip it or tear it, you can easily fix it by just putting it back in the water, swirling it up, and then draining it and pressing it just like normal. So this project is really great because there's a lot of room for error. So I'm only doing these 4 pieces, but if I was going to make any more pieces, I would grab a dry pillowcase to push the water out, because I found if you keep using a soaking wet one, it makes it a lot harder to keep pushing the water out without tearing them each time. And because I made these a little thicker, I let them dry for 2 full nights. And you can see this one didn't even fully dry at that point. And this definitely doesn't come out like regular schmegular computer paper, but it does come out with a cool textured paper that you can use for so many different crafts. And it's one small way to contribute to recycling. So this is how you turn old paper into new recycled paper. And stay tuned to see me turn these into a bookmark or gift tags.